and welcome to another edition of Pluto Motors. And in this video today, it's a nice sunny day in June in Blackpool, and for this video today I'm going to be finally replacing the knackered exhaust on the Cortina. So I'll show you what we've got. So as you can see, there's the exhaust still in its wrapping. This one's ordered it for a Ford Taunus, but apparently it's the same as the Cortina exhaust. It looks very similar to the one that's on the car. Also got some exhaust assembly paste, which you need to give a good seal on it, and 17mm socket to get the old clamp off and get the new one on. So I'll move the car across the driveway a bit to get better access to that side, and that'll handy my mum and dad buying a new swing for the garden, because I've used part of the box to lay on, so I'm like not getting covered in muck and that, so that's all good. So yeah, it sounds quite nice actually, with it being you know, blown, but it's not good when it's like hitting the you know, the rear valance when it's shaking about at certain revs, so that's no good. But yeah, hopefully not be too complicated a job. Just undo the clamp, pull the old one off, pull the clamp off, pull the old back part of the exhaust off, and fit the new one. What could possibly go wrong? Right, so there's the clamp that we need to undo. I've already sprayed it liberally with WD-40 over the last like weeks or so, but let's just give it another blast, you know, to try and make the bolts as easy to get out as we can. Hopefully there won't be a complete pig. So I'll try and get the camera set up somewhere under the car where you can view everything I'm doing, and yeah, right back while I'm undoing the bolts. Okay, so the camera's set up, so I've got to try and crack these bolts now. Just note they're not really hard to do. No, fit down unscrew. Oh. So, oh. There it goes. That's one loose. Shaft number 2. Oh, there we go, that was easy. Although obviously soaking them in penetrating oil has done the trick, which is great. Just take it off. Yeah, take it off the ratchet. Just do that now. We've got a new, don't know if we've got a new bracket or not, so I might have to reuse that. You just slide down. Ah, it does. Right. So the next step is to try and manhandle the old back box off. Right, so obviously it needs taking off that like rubber suspension mount there, and then you should be able to be, as long as we can break it where it joins the middle section, should be able to like draw it out the back of the car. Yeah, let's have a go. Yeah, I'll probably come back to you when I'm dragging it out the back of the car, I think. Right, so in theory this should just pull up the back of the car. Just a bit of an odd wiggle to separate it from the middle section. I think it's coming, I can see the base starting to split. Oh, that is that back box is knackered. get it out once I yeah, I'm not sure I'll get it out once I separate it, but that's the way of doing it. Good old metal fatigue. So that's yeah. That's absolutely had it. Yeah, that's what the inside looks like. Yeah, yeah. So it's just slightly past its sell-by date, I would say. Went to the scrapyard. Right, does that make it any easier to get off? There we go. Right, the rest of the exhaust has come free. Just wanted, surprising enough, obviously where the clamp had been clamped around the middle section, it just squished it a bit, so it made it very tight. So I've got to try and figure out how to wrap this in. And that'll be the way I have to put the new one in. I've got to go at that angle, right, I'll leave that there like that. I can take the old one out and just take that away and then just push. Put that in the same position, put them side by side. Otherwise I'll put the new exhaust there and then won't know which way up it should go. Which won't be good. Well, good thing is it looks the same shape as the one I'm taking off, which is definitely what you want. So I should be able to just swap them over. There we go, right. So, I've got it kind of in the right ballpark there. So, warning, sodium silicate causes skin irritation or serious eye irritation. Must expose skin thoroughly after handling. I might put some rubber gloves on for that. Right, hopefully the camera's picking this up, so we're down at this end now where we're going to join it. And yeah, to get the joining paste out. There we go, just yeah, exhaust assembly paste available from, you know, any motor factory. Well, a case of smearing this liberally over the join. So how much you use, it's probably one of those that you can't be really used too much. Wearing these sexy blue gloves because it says it's not right good for your skin. Get a sort of liberal coating of it around. Don't look so bad. Twist it round, see if we can get it to. It's got to line up somewhere, surely. I don't know. Wait a minute, they're the same diameter. We've got a problem.
What's that?
I think they're both the same diameter. Right, I attempted to fit the exhaust, came across a bit of a problem. I didn't actually realise, I thought that would just slide over the middle section that's already there, but the diameter of that is the same as the diameter of the end of the middle section, and if you look on the old one you can see that it's been cut and like flared out a bit, so that'll have to be the thing I do with this. I'll get my angle grinder out and make some cuts. Right, so getting trusty friendly angle grinder on it. It's this is a blade that's in it, hopefully it's a diamond blade, it's what I use for cutting tiles, I haven't got a metal blade. If I put 4 slots in it, same sort of depth as what's on the old exhaust, hopefully that'll sort us out and get us able to fit this thing. Let's hope so anyway. Right, so that's got some slots cut in it now. I'll need to deburr it on the inside. I'll need to find a hand file to do that. So I'll get on with that. Flare them out a bit as well with some grips. That should be us. Good to go. Right, so now it's cut the slots in it, deburred all the inside so it'll slide on easier, and like I've flared it out slightly with some mole grips as well, so it's pretty much the same as how the other one was. I'm assuming that came like that already because it's proper Ford exhaust. This is just a cheap one that I ordered from Europe, so I never thought about things like this. But hopefully this has put us like back in the game, and we can get this bolted to the car now and actually be able to drive it again. Let's hope so. Right, well, welcome back. Well, for you lot watching, it's like the next part of the video, but it's actually about a week and a half since I last filmed the exhaust, and me failing miserably at getting it on the car. So I've had to come up with a different plan. Tried flaring the end out to get it to fit over the middle section. That didn't work at all, just wouldn't slide on enough. So I've had to abandon that idea. Spoke to Pete about it, and he said he's had the same problem with exhaust when he's put them on his car. He said what he usually has to do is put a sleeve on it, so went to an engineering place and got a sleeve. So it's a slightly bigger diameter than the middle section, but it's very tight. It doesn't quite fit. So what Pete said, if it is a tight fit, just to slice down it. So I've now got a proper slitting disc for the grinder, because he told me off for using that diamond blade one on metal. Apparently it's not a good thing to do. So I went and bought the proper blade for the grinder. So what I'll do is I'll cut a slot in, cut like a line down the middle of it, you know, to then I can like you know, widen it out so it slides over the middle section, and I'll chop when I flared it out at the end. I'll have to chop that off. I'll have to chop it down a bit, because otherwise it won't line up with that on the back. That won't line up with the rubber mount on the back, so I'll do that. So that's what I'll be getting on with now. Right, so as you can see, we've got the sleeve in the vise and hold it securely. I'll put a line down it, you know, so I've got something to follow when I'm cutting it. So yeah, so I've got this. I'll put you on the tripod. You can see it there, and then yeah, cuts it. Put safety goggles on, of course. Just don't want this metal getting in your eyes. And yeah, let's get cutting. Right, so there we have a nice slot cut in it, and yeah, much better with that slitting disc. So yeah, top tip, always use the right sort of disc in your grinder. It helps a lot. Right, so I'll get the other section. I'll get that clamped in the vise if I can. The end of that back box. And I'll chop the end off that. Right, so put the exhaust in the vise as well, the back box. I'm going to chop the end off. I'm going to chop it off to about here for now. I'm not sure how much we need to take off, but I'll just take that off. I can always, if I don't take enough off, I can always cut some more off, but I can't add it back on afterwards. So we'll take that approach to it. This should cut nice and easy now with a proper disc on it as well. So let's put you there, and I'll whip the end off this. Ah, so that's looking good. I'll just have to deburr the ends. Probably get the croc sander on that to tidy it up, and then yeah, we'll offer it up on the car. We've got everything we need to get the exhaust on now, so we've modified that. I've taken all the burrs and stuff off it. Got a chisel there if we need to, you know, make it wider. Went and got 2 exhaust clamps from Alfred's because I'd forgotten all about them. I'm going to need 2, so I've got 2 new ones. Not for quite cheap from Alfred's, which is amazing. But yeah, obviously that's the only place that's really open on Saturday where you can get them from. Right, so yeah, be a case of I'll set the camera up and we'll get this new exhaust on finally. Fingers crossed. Right, so there you can see the end of the exhaust hopefully. I think I've got it in shot. Right, so see if this sleeve will fit over it. Let's hope so. Still a bit of a tight fit, but I think I can force it on. Yeah, I think I just need to get the chisel in that and enlarge it a little bit just so it slides on easier. Back in a minute. Right, I think I found out an ingenious way of doing it. If I get this old screwdriver and pop it in sideways like that, hopefully that'll keep it open enough so it'll slide over. There we go. Right, now I need to release the screwdriver somehow and hold it here.
Never come up here.
I think I knocked the camera over in the process, but now you can see that sleeve's on. That's nice and tight. So what I'll do is I'll slide one of the clamps over it so I can tighten it up afterwards, and then we'll offer the other section of the exhaust up to it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll all line up. Right, so that's the clamp on that side. I've just put it on like finger tight for now. So, get this in a decent position so I can see it, and the camera's a bit smaller. Do some like a ramp to put the car up on when you're doing jobs like this, but obviously I ain't got one. So get the back box in and hope that it fits. I think that's gonna be the way to do it. Oh. Right, so you just want to go back a bit. Will it go back? Go back a bit. Oh, go on, we nearly got it, Oh, go on. Not going back anymore. There's the axle stopping it. No, the axle's stopping it. We might have to push that sleeve down a bit and then pull it back. Be nice to leave it as it is, but looks like I've got it down enough just to flip it out. Go on, right, push it forward, yeah. Go on, forward, that's it, we've got it. Right, probably just need to slide that back a bit more actually. Let's move that down. Oh, that won't go down anymore. Might just have to pull it out again just so I can move this sleeve down a bit. It's just right, push it in there. Right, got it. That's it. Right, so I forgot to film me actually putting this on, but as you can see I've put plenty of paste on it and the clamps. You see that's nice and secure now. Lovely stuff. So the last thing to do is to take it out for a drive so it heats the paste up so it forms a nice tight seal. So that's what I'll do next. So as you can hear, it's a lot quieter than it was before. The old blowing exhaust. Yeah, definitely sounds better anyway. But yeah, we'll go for a drive out and see what it's like to drive. Right, another job that I need to do as well is the clock in this car doesn't work. It's never worked since I've had it. I think it's just kaput. So anyway, I've got another one. I got it at the Ford day, but as you can see, it looks pretty much the same. But you can see that one on the left's from a Mk3 Mk3. As you can see, the needles are different colours. So it's basically the same clock, just different needle colours. Now, I was told that one worked, so let's try and put that one in and see if that one runs. Trying to do it in one go, because you know, professional and all that. So connect the power to that, and oh, there we go. Yeah, that one's running. So what I need to do with it is, whether I've got time to do it today or not, I need to swap the needles so it's got the red second hand and the white hour and minute hands, rather than the orange ones that the Mk3 Capri has. So, but yeah, it's working anyway. So the person at the car show didn't lie to me. So yeah, thanks for selling me the clock that works. That's great. So yeah, if I can get the needle swapped over, I will. Or if not, I'll just take it to the car show in with them tomorrow with this clock in. Then at least it's got one that works. Right, so I've swapped the hands on the clock so it's got the right coloured ones on now. As you can see, there's a second hand spinning round now, so that's good. It's working. So all I need to do now is set it to the right time, push it back in the dashboard, or back in the centre console even, and there it is, back in the centre console, showing the correct time. So now I've got a working clock in the car, which is great. It's another job ticked off the list. So another job that desperately needed doing was this mirror, because obviously the gasket had just gone brittle and fallen off it. It's not held in by much, but fortunately at the Cortina day I managed to get a gasket. I had to buy the mirror as well, but obviously this one's in much better shape than the one that were on my car. So what I'll do is I'll take this out, I'll clean the glass up and put it in my mirror. Right, so that's the new gasket in anyway, and that's holding the glass in a lot better. Obviously it's not perfect, it's got a split in it there, but you know, it's this massive improvement over what it was like. I worried the glass was just going to pop out at any moment. But yeah, apparently the Mk3 Owners Club are trying to get these remade, like you know, 3D printed. So that'd be good if we could get a supply of them. That'd be great. I can put a brand new one in then, and then that's held in even better. But yeah, there's not much more jobs need doing on the car now. This is the main one. I want to try and get a tail light, because that's obviously not in a good state at all. If you look, there's like a hole in it there. That's not good. But I've got a set. I bought a set from the NEC, but the ones with the chrome in, and because I thought, oh, the chrome's like falling off the lights because it hasn't got chrome on, but they've never had chrome on in the first place. Got this brochure, Ford cars from April 1976, which is when my car were registered. If you go to the Cortina section, you can see there's the XL Cortina, and if you look, there's no chrome on the tail lights, so it's not, these late facelift models aren't supposed to have chrome on the tail lights. But yeah, really good stuff like this is, you know, good reference material. You can see how the cars were supposed to be originally. Obviously if you look there, that's the interior of mine, so if you can see, it's got a wooden dashboard in it and those cloth seats, which is just what mine's like. So that's good. And you see those wheel trims and go, that's yeah, and the stripe down the side, which mine still has it. So yeah, that's good. But yeah, nice two-door Cortina GT there. Yeah, but if you see on these late facelifts, even the L models had rectangular headlights. So it's interesting, yeah, good. I'm glad I got hold of this. As you can see as well, that's another change on these late cars. You had overriders instead of underriders. But yeah, so it tells you about the estates as well. But yeah, good little brochure I got off eBay just to see, you know, what sort of spec my car should be. But yeah, so I'll take it out for a drive now anyway, and yeah, let the exhaust piece set on it. So I'll be back when I'm driving the car. Right, so yeah, let's take this out for a drive and see if it's any better. It does sound quieter in here than it did before. Because I haven't been driven for a while, it feels a bit. Just feels like it needs a bit of a run out, but I'll get a run out to Lytham tomorrow. Go and meet Andy Livesey. Preston's answered to George Clooney. He'll be there with his stag, so might even let me have a drive of it if I'm lucky. It's still catching the back balance a little bit, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was, so I'll take that. An absolute nightmare to fit the exhaust, so you know, let's just be thankful that I actually got it on. No bad considering I'm absolutely useless at working on cars. So just see it. Mirror as well. That one stopped. Definitely quieter in here. Stop it. So I forgot to do it before. Surface road. It's not smoother than it used to be, this one. It's absolutely full of potholes. It's been bouncing around. I've driven on here the other week. Yeah, lots moving. I need to do the rest of the road now. Spot math, it's absolutely shocking. It's just been catching that back balance and resonating a little bit. If I can bend that back now a bit just to get it away from there, I might try that. But yeah, I think overall it's successful. It's a big improvement over how it was. Don't think the exhaust were greatest quality, to be honest. I think it's not like a proper Ford one, so the fit of it weren't so good. I think I would have been better off spending a bit more money, well a lot more money, but I think I would have been better off spending the money and getting one from Express Panels. I think that one would have fit a lot easier. Might have just slid over the centre section that I had as well, but you know, say every day's a school day, so it's all a learning curve, innit, owning a classic car, especially when you've never owned one before. So yeah, overall it's alright anyway. So yeah, can go to the show in Lytham tomorrow, so that's good. So yeah, I'm going to get off now because I'm flagging. I don't mean I'm getting tired, I mean I'm going to lay some flags at my house. So yeah, see you at Lytham Car Show tomorrow. Bye for now.
It's not take 4.